And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. We have a very special guest today, all the way from early A, Mr. Cthulhu. That is right, he is in the house. I'm excited, right? You better be excited. If you're not, that's fine too. We're gonna go forward anyway. So we are doing Season 1, Episode 2 of Cthulhu. Death May Die. Yeah, it's a one-off. You're not gonna get me saying Cthulhu that way again this episode. Maybe if I win, I'll do a celebratory Cthulhu that way. But for now, we're just going to get set up. We are going forward. Again, I am just picking characters. Alphabetically, I just a male, a female last time. We got a male and a female this time, just for the synergy, man. We need the woman's touch to make this thing happen, right? So we have Ahmed, and I know there's a bunch of ways to pronounce Ahmed. I lived in UAE for a long time, like 8 months, so I guess that's not that long enough. So I'm going to say Ahmed, and we have Elizabeth, and we are ready to rock and roll. So what is Ahmed's thing? Well, his special, unique ability is Healing Prayer. He starts with Healing Prayer level 1. At the end of his turn, he can heal 1 stress or wound on an investigator in his space, including himself. Then he has Stealth. When he runs, he can sneak once. And then his final ability is Arcane Mastery. When making any roll, he can count 1 Elder Sign as a success, and then obviously he will level up to other things. What is written is written. That's right, Ahmed. That's right. You tell him. We have Elizabeth. Heads, I win again. Best 6 out of 11. Love? Question mark. Lucky. That is her first in because clearly she is the best at flipping coins. So she has 1 free reroll per turn. That's pretty sick. So we're going to take advantage of that. Marksman. She can attack a target 1 space away, and then Stealth. When you run, you may sneak once. 1 enemy doesn't follow you. So we have 2 stealths, which is super cool. I like the marksman. I like the lucky. I like the healing prayer. We got a lot of things I like. Let's go. What's the scenario we're doing? Episode 2 is the Tomes of Madness. Now, I don't know if there's like an overriding narrative that's supposed to emerge with these 6 episodes. I, for one, haven't found one there, and it just seems more episodic, which is totally fine by me. So what is the flavor text here? The catacombs under the Wallace estate are said to be cursed. Old Horace Wallace had a bad reputation of trafficking with vile forces, collecting forbidden tomes, and being a sorcerer. I feel like they buried the lead there, right? It's like, yeah, he had a reputation of trafficking with vile forces. He collected forbidden tomes. Oh, and he was a sorcerer. I mean, maybe we should have started. He's a sorcerer. And as a sorcerer, he collected forbidden tomes. What do I know? Probably why cultists are doing their thing down there. Cultists never talk. So maybe we'll just kill them and search their bodies for answers. Somehow that's quicker. So we need to disrupt the ritual, right? We have this ugly dude. If he gets there, he enters the world. Either way, we need to disrupt the ritual if we have any chance of actually being able to attack him when he becomes vulnerable to our marksman and other abilities, right? So he is going to go down his track. If we disrupt the ritual before he gets into the red circle, he will enter the world at that point. So we'll see if we can pull that off. So we need to claim 2 of the 4 tomes. The 4 tomes are represented by these books. They are supposed to be randomly assigned to various parts of the map. So they all have 4 different symbols, all kind of Egyptian hieroglyphic-y looking. Hieroglyphic-y is the new word for today. Look it up. We're going to shuffle these up so we do know which is which. Let me get a handy dandy die over here to kind of randomize this. The first one's going to go in map tile 2A. That's over there. That's a 5, not helpful. That's a 5, not helpful. That's a 2. So this is over here. We need to put 1 up there. I'm going to roll a die. I rolled a 5. We'll take the 3rd one. And we need to put 1 over here. I rolled that. It's a 3. We'll take the first one. And then the last one is going to go down here with the chthonic entity. That is right. You are a chthonic entity. Great. Now you'll notice that those 4 symbols on the tomes, for each of those symbols, there are 2 of these little circles that have the matching symbol. So we just need to turn these all over so we don't know which is which. And we are going to shuffle these up and try not to flip. You know what? I'm going to pick them up because these things like to flip on my little speed called surface here. I mean, I'm going to just roll a die anyway to make it really random. Yeah, I really don't know which is which. That is good enough for me. So Cool. Don't flip. Thank you very much. Ugh, they're very finicky. The point of those little circles and the symbols and all that, we'll get to that. I'm going to keep reading this. Just hold on and be patient. All right. So we have when the Elder One advances, we're going to summon a cultist in the nearest space with an unclaimed tome. Special rules: if an investigator dies, the forbidden knowledge tokens are shuffled back into the pile. So we better not die. But again, remember, if one investigator dies before the ritual is disrupted, the game's over. So it seems like kind of a pointless exercise there. We have before the ritual is disrupted, when you kill a cultist, knock its figure over. Instead of removing it, it now represents a cultist body, not an enemy. Once the ritual is disrupted, remove all bodies and use normal rules when killing cultist. Loot cultist body. While you are in a space with a cultist body, make a roll. If you get 2+ successes, remove the body, draw a forbidden token from the pile, again one of these, and put it face up on your investigator board. These tokens may be traded. And so again, when you do the trade things, when you're trading loot and stuff like that, that could be an action. So if I ever get Elizabeth and Ahmed in the same spot, they can do a trade action. And then we have the claim tome action. Discard 2 forbidden knowledge tokens whose symbol matches the tome in your space to claim that tome. Tomes may be traded. Oh, and reading that reminds me that while those are face down, these are actually supposed to be face up, because if we don't know what they are, we wouldn't know where to go, and that would be really dumb. So we have this eyeball looking thing over here, this scorpion looking thing over here, this wavy thing here, and this lobster over there, right? That's what those things look like. Someone can do a psychological analysis and tell me exactly what's wrong with me. Please put that in the comment section below. So I'm going to keep my rule summary handy because I realized last scenario I was playing fast and loose with the order of stuff and then resolve and turn effects. So if they give you a player aid, use it, people. I heard a wise man once say that. So I'm going to take advantage of that. And then we're going to need to do one more thing with setup beyond shuffling everything else. I'm going to shuffle up the patient medical files A through F so we know what happens when we hit those handy dandy red circles as we progress on the sanity track. Elizabeth, what's wrong with you, Elizabeth? Well, Elizabeth, she has a fear of crowds. So, you know, we've seen this before in our previous video. That's fine. So every time we get to a red circle, we're going to take 1 stress for every other figure in your space, enemy or investigator. But if she's alone, she gets to heal all of her stress instead. We'll try to take advantage of that. And then Ahmed is a kleptomaniac. He steals at least 1 item, companion, or tradable episode token from any investigators in his space to heal all of his stress. If he can't steal anything, he takes 2 stress. So the nice thing is that these are tradable episode tokens, so we might be able to work this to our advantage. It's one of the things I really like about the mental health conditions. The normal caveat, it's Arkham. It plays fast and loose with ideas of mental health. It isn't exactly the most 2021 friendly. It's something that I'm okay with. I understand that people aren't. So, there are aspects of Arkham that might not be for every person who is a board gamer, which is totally fine. So that said, happy to discuss that more in the comment section below if someone has any thoughts on that. And we will, again, put Kleptomania somewhere on the board that we can see it. So I remember what Ahmed's thing is. Man, this is a table hog and a half is what's going on here. I'm gonna put the Kleptomania card, as long as we can just read it. Oh man, this is gross. I'm gonna put it up there, and as we get along the sanity track, we'll have to move that, but maybe we won't have to get that far and it won't become an issue. So we're good to go. I need to shuffle up the discovery cards. Remember, the Mythos deck is 50% from Cthulhu and 50% from the episode. And you notice this is a giant box here that I moved down to make room because it's a very sprawling episode. So this card and this card would normally be on this board there. I use the word board loosely, more again just like a flimsy piece of cardboard, and that goes through what the different enemies are that we're facing. So Cthulhu, his stage 1 card is when Cthulhu advances, put an early A token on the space. These are the early A tokens. There are 9 of them. If there's already a token there, put it in the nearest space that doesn't have one. And then whenever he advances, we're summoning a cultist on each early A space. Move the star spawn 1 space towards you, whoever the active player is, and if the star spawn's not on the board, summon it to the blue gate. This is the star spawn. He's cute. I think we should bring him home as a pet. What's the star spawn do? Well, we'll go to the special card that indicates the Cthulhu worshiper kind of figures here. So the star spawn is 7 health, It attacks with 3 black dice, and when attacking or being attacked while in an earlier space, we add 2 sanity to the roll. No matter what the result is, you get 2 sanity. Those aren't adding 2 dice, it's adding 2 sanity. Or we have the cultists. They have 2 health each. They unleash the power of ordeal. They roll 2 green dice. Green dice are fine. They do damage, but they do not do sanity loss. So it's a little bit more forgiving. Again, these 8 cards. So these are all, I better shuffle these a little bit better. I had 5 episode 2 cards on top. So these will do the various things, spawn instructions, kind of they will make our life hard. And again, once we have the third one of those symbols in the Mythos deck discard pile, that's when Mr. Cthulhu over here will advance. I believe out of the 16 cards, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, out of the 16 cards, 11 of them will advance the Elder one. So we have a good chance of hopefully getting a couple of longer interims between Mr. Cthulhu over here advancing, right? So that's fine. We're going to put this shuffled and over there. There was nothing else to shuffle. I mean, really, once you have the map, the tiles laid out, the setup in this game is fairly routine and straightforward. And as why are these 5 cultists and these 2 ghouls there, the scenario episode guide will tell you where to put certain things. And when you have any sort of enemy put on the board, you put all of them available in a supply. So there are 10 cultists total, there are 10 ghouls total, only 2 are on the board to start, there were 5 cultists on the board to start, there was only 1 chthonic entity, there is only 1 star spawn, and a partridge in a pear tree. So we're good to go with that. Did I read about this? No. So these are the episode enemies. We have the ghouls. If attacked but not destroyed, you summon another ghoul in its space. And then finally we have the chthonic entity. When attacking, it deals the full wounds to each investigator in its space and adjacent spaces. That's gnarly. It's rolling 3 black die and a green die. It has 8 health. And to go back to the ghouls for a second, the ghoul is rolling 1 black die, 2 green die, and it has 2 health. So, better not attack and not destroy the ghoul. That would be rather unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead with round 1, people. Now, I know this dude has a large shadow. It is what it is. I'll get the professional studio ordered one day, but for now, this is what you got, right? I kind of like the shadows on this. It blends into the art really well, and it makes a nice little, the ambiance of Arkham, right? But I kid you not. When I say I can't always see what's on the board because of the lighting here, like, I'm not lying. The better I've improved the lighting for the video, the more I'm like, what is that sometimes? And either that or I'm just getting old and my eyes are going. So let's do this. So each investigator can take 3 actions, but on their turn. But whose turn is it? Good question. That is randomly decided. 1, 2, or 3 will be Elizabeth. 8, 4, 5, or 6 will be Ahmed. He is first. Ahmed. Let the lady go first, Ahmed. What is wrong with you? So we are going to use a token to indicate first player. And Ahmed, what's up? So he has 3 actions. And we don't have any discovery tokens. We kind of need to kill a cultist. I really don't want this thing coming after me. And so we could try to go to the center room, kill these 2 cultists, and that will give us a chance to look through some cultist body. I don't know how we feel about that, but we'll see. I think I should be able to kill both of them, especially since I can count Elder Signs as a success, and I have full stress available to me for some dice mitigation. Now, one thing I should note about this, so we have the blue gate here, the yellow gate here, and the red gate here. There is a tunnel connecting the red gate and the blue gate. Remember, those are considered adjacent, just like the stairs were in episode 1. Those are considered adjacent for all purposes. So, Ahmed, make the magic happen. So he's going to get there. He is going to do an attack. He's only rolling 3 dice to start this extravaganza. We're going to roll this right over here. Hopefully not cause any earthquakes this game, but I'm sure to cause at least 1. So I need 2 successes. Oh, I rolled garbage. So I can count that as a success. I need to take a stress. Again, I'm attacking the one with the hands up first. So I'm taking a stress to re-roll that. It's a success and a sanity. That's fine. Let's just make this happen. So that's 2 successes. I defeated that cultist. Oh, special rules. He's just the body. Oh, why did you do it to me? And then we have to take 2 sanity loss. Fine. All right, what am I doing next? Now I'm going to try to do this with my 3rd action. Let's make this guy go away. Bam! 1 success and 2. Oh, Man, taking a stress. Please give me another success. I didn't. Give me taking a stress. I would like another. There we go. Cool. So I assign the damage first. Defeated. I take the sanity loss. So up to 3 on that. But we managed to pull off what I wanted to pull off. And we have 2 cultists just chilling in the middle of the floor. Very, very sad. Now we're going to go to the Mythos phase. We're pulling a Mythos card. What does the Mythos card say? Rise of the Undead. Oh, that's unfortunate. Take the nearest cultist body. There's 2 of them. Stand it back up. If there are no bodies on the board, summon a ghoul at the nearest unclaimed home. Instead, we just stand that dude back up. So I don't get to discover anything, which is a little bit sad. We now do the final thing, investigate or fight. Again, I can't investigate. This cultist is attacking me. What's he attacking me with? Well, he's attacking me with 2 green dice. So we're going to take these 2 green dice. I could take some damage. That's fine. Oh, he swung and a miss. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Struck him out. That's right. Bye-bye, cultist. Thanks for playing, but you stink. End of the turn. We're going to resolve into turn effects. Again, at the end of my turn, I do a healing prayer. I can reduce 1 stress. And no fire roll. There's no symbols in the discard pile. There's nothing to do with summoning. There is no Elder One and the turn effects. I actually followed the rules this time to start. Maybe we'll continue that as a new trend here, and we move on to Elizabeth's turn. Elizabeth, we're going to give you the Rock of Magic. See what you can do here. Elizabeth, I think, is going to... Well, she has Marksman. And I think if we try to defeat both these cultists, that will make some sense. We are going to want to start investigating these bodies at some point too. So let's have her kill this dude, go in and investigate one of those bodies. I think that would be the right call. I mean, there's a lot of adjacency there too. So I think getting her there at the end of this turn makes more sense. And we'll just kind of let this dude live for a little bit. So she's going to do the Marksman ability. She's attacking into the thing next door. So we're rolling 3 black dice. And again, she has 1 free reroll per turn. Now, that doesn't mean she gets to reroll all of her dice. It just means that she can take 1 die and reroll it, which is pretty strong. So let's see if we can't kill that cultist. She rolled garbage. So we get a free reroll. That's 1 success. I'm going to take a stress. That's a 2 success and a sanity loss. So we get the sanity loss. We defeat this guy. He lies down and takes a nap. She's now going to move into here. And we're going to try to make a roll to discover something. We need 2 successes. We're making a roll to remove that body and get the Forbidden Knowledge token. She's like, all right, dude, I just shot you down from next door. Let's see what you're hiding. She rolls 2 successes and 2 sanity losses. Bam. I guess we're going to... We're going to start pushing up on the sanity loss quickly here, but that's fine. Let's get rid of this dude, and I get to randomly take one of these tiles. So which one am I going to take? Let me get my D8. Where are you, Mr. D8? Because there are 10 of those, or 10. I'm taking my D8 because there's 10 of those. Yes, dude, I'm awake, guys. Trust me. And girls. So I'm rolling this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left to right, top to bottom. I rolled the 7, so we get this one. And Elizabeth now has the wavy one, which of course matches up with Mr. Chthonic entity down here. Great, that's the end of her turn. We're going to draw a Mythos card. What's going to happen? Can she please investigate? Everyone with a terrified condition must choose one of these options. Take 2 stress. You must be able to take 2 stress to choose this option. Discard a companion or item card or lose 1 sanity per terrified condition you have. No one has a terrified condition, so that is fine. It just has the first of the 3 symbols. And it says terror. Of course, I'm terrified. And we're good. So now what is going to happen? She will be able to investigate. So we're going to take the top of the discovery cards. The medical kit. For healing cuts and wounds, you may claim the medical kit. There was no other option, so I guess I'll take the medical kit. Then the medical kit says you may discard this card to heal 3 wounds on 1 investigator in your space and heal 1 wound on all other investigators in the same space, including you. Well, how nice. She's now a medic. Elizabeth is a woman of many talents. I kid you not. So we have a couple of options with Ahmed, because we're going to end of turn effects. There are none. Nothing else happens. Blah, 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 blah. So we have some options with Ahmed. If Ahmed actually loses his sanity here, it's not bad, because he can just take that token from Elizabeth and just kind of satisfy his kleptomania. And that could work, right? And he would heal all the stress in the process. Oh, yeah. Steal 1 to heal all your stress. Yeah, I like it. All right, this could work out well. Yeah, some of these sanity conditions I think are just really clever. in the mechanics of how they work out. So I'm going to roll with the first action. We're going to try to loot that cultist body. See if we can't do that there. So 1 success and a sanity. We're going to take a stress to reroll this one, actually, because I don't mind losing 1 sanity here. I whiffed. We're going to do it again. Come on, dude. There we go. 2 successes and 1 sanity loss. So we're going to apply the successes first. We loot the cultist body. That comes here. I'm going to roll my D8. I rolled a 7. So we get the end one. It is a scorpion. The scorpion thing. Again, it looks like a scorpion thing to me. Again, I'm still open to all analysis of my psychological profile in the comments below. Now we apply the tentacles. Bam, goes up there. That triggers. I'm going to steal the wavy thing from Elizabeth because I'm a klepto, and that heals all of my stress. That is some magical stuff. So the one thing is up here. The other one is down here. That's not great. But again, these are connected by a tunnel, so that helps to kind of make some things go our way. But rough. So we have 2 more actions here with Ahmed. So Ahmed, what do you want to do, buddy? Yeah, because neither of these are the direction I want them to be. The chthonic entity is nasty. So we definitely need to take care of that at some point, though. That is for sure. I don't know where to send you. Definitely don't know where to send you. That's fine. He'll just have the 2 things for now, and then he'll move here with his second action, with his third action. Oh, he gets to move up on something. So, Arcane Mastery level 2, you instead may count any number of Elder Signs as successes. Sneak 2 means I can sneak 3 times, and the Healing Prayer 2 means I can heal 2 in any combination of stress and wounds. It can be very strong. But I think Arcane Mastery is going to really help. Just in case I roll a lot of Elder Signs, I need to increase my chances of success here. I don't get a green die until I get to my next level of sanity loss. So this is my third action. We're going to try to defeat this cultist. What do we get? I get a success because of Arcane Mastery, 1 sanity loss. I will take a stress to try to undo this sanity loss, and I did. Great. So that's 2 successes. That's defeated. I take the 1 tentacles. And we are going to have a body to examine at the beginning of next turn. So those are my 3 actions. We're going to do the rest of the turn order. We draw a Mythos card. It does not have a symbol. The Sleeper awakens. If there are 2 or more early spaces adjacent to each other at the end of the turn, advance Cthulhu on the track as if there were 3 symbols. There are not, so that's fine. Investigator fight. We have a cultist body, but we do not have a cultist, so we get to get a discovery card. What is this? The old book. Bound in old skin, probably leather. I could take 2 stress to claim the Bible. If I do that once per turn, if I would lose sanity, I would lose 1 less sanity. That could be nice. If I do not claim it, I get the terrified condition. Well, that's not happening. So we're going to take 2 stress. Give me the Bible. Ahmed's like, I will take the Injil. And if you know what the Injil is, I'm very impressed with your knowledge of world religions. But that's going to go here. And he is good. At the end of the turn, we do the end of the turn effects. This reduces, and we check anything else. There are no other effects that will trigger, so we are good to go. We go to Elizabeth's turn. What are you going to do, Elizabeth? Well, Elizabeth is like, you know what? There's some things over there, and I'm a marksman. I think I might kill both of those. Oh, wait. There's a room divider there. So I can't exactly get to the ghoul, but I could defeat him, move, and then defeat the ghoul, which I don't hate, and I'll give her an opportunity to loot a cultist body next turn, which could be fairly effective here, right? So let me do that, and that also put her in a pretty safe distance. Won't have to worry about anybody coming at her. Her losing 1 sanity is good because then she'll get the marksman ability to really make her attacks into adjacent rooms very, very strong. I think that's definitely where I'm going with her. So she is going to attack as her first action. She's attacking this cultist in the adjacent room. She's rolling these 3 black dice. We just need 2 successes. So we got 3 successes and a 2 sanity loss. You know what? Once you hit a red, you're stuck. You don't lose any more sanity, so there's no reason to re-roll any of that. We'll keep her stress right where it is. and that will be fine. So she's going to defeat this cultist. That is now dead. She takes 2 sanity. Oh, she just takes 1. Take 1 stress for every other figure in your space. If you are alone, heal all of your stress instead. So her stress goes down to 0. And now we're going to upgrade her on the marksman ability. Her second action, she's going to move into this room. And her third action is she's going to attack this ghoul. She gets 2 extra green dice because she's marksman 2. We're rolling these 5 dice. That is 1 success and a sanity loss and 0 other successes. That's a really good roll, guys. I'm going to do this to try to get another success. There we go. 2 successes. Oh, I get a free reroll. I don't even need to do that. Yeah, that's right, because she's lucky, dude. Don't forget it. So, free reroll. This ghoul is defeated and off the board. And that is, she also takes, we apply the tentacles, and we'll get 1 sanity loss. Good, good. So, we are going to move these dice off the board over here, and we're going to do the rest of the turn. We are going to draw a mythos card. It is Reality is Fraying. Each investigator loses 2 sanity for each tome they are carrying. Investigators not carrying any tomes take 2 stress instead. So 2 stress for Elizabeth, 2 stress for our buddy Ahmed, and that's going to go here. That is the second of the 2 symbols. I hate when reality frays. I say this all the time. We're going to investigate. We're going to get the Cursed Grave. A curved knife is sticking out of this tomb. I may claim the Chris Dagger. When I kill a cultist or monster, I may lose 1 sanity to heal 1 wound and 1 stress. That's pretty cool. Or if I have the Burial Mask or the Strange Ring, I can discard one of them to claim Horus the Damned instead. While you have him, you may take 2 wounds to automatically add 2 successes to any roll you make. Well, I don't have the Burial Mask or the Cursed Ring, so I guess I'm taking the Chris Dagger. And that's going to go right in there with her discovery cards. Done. And to turn effects, there are none. We don't have to worry about any of this. And now we go on to the next turn. Ahmed, what are you doing, my friend? Ahmed is going to do a rest action to get his stress down because, you know, it was absurdly high and he didn't like it. So now he's going to roll to to loot the cultist's body with his second action. Once per turn, when you lose sanity, they may lose 1 less sanity. Yes, that's nice. So that's once per turn. I like that. So we're rolling. It's 3 successes. I will lose a sanity. The Bible's going to trigger. I don't lose that sanity. And we loot this cultist's body. That's going to go there. Now there's only 6 left, so I'm going to roll a d6. 4 across the top, 5, 6 on the bottom. I rolled a 2. Does it match what I have? It doesn't. I get the lobster. That's not lucky. That's really bad. Shoot. So that was my second action because I rested my first action. None of that is good. And with the third action, I mean, I'm running out of cultists. I'm definitely running out of cultists. With the third action, I think I go hang out with my friend Elizabeth. And the reason why is once she loots the body, we can do a trade action with her and trade any number of things that we want. I think that will make a lot more sense because chances are, unless we're super unlucky here, chances are we're going to end up with a double. And I'm just going to put these 5. Oop, don't flip on me. These 5 here. Done and done. Yeah, I mean 60% chance that we're going to get a pair, and that will be good for Elizabeth to have a pair because we really need to start getting 2 of those 4 tombs because we really need tomes. I keep saying tomes because we really need to disrupt this ritual, right? So that was a good turn for Ahmed. We're going to pull the Mythos card. Is Cthulhu advancing? He is! Each investigator in an earlier space loses 1 sanity. No one's in an earlier space. And now we have 3 in the discard pile. So investigator fight is the next step. He is going to investigate. And Ahmed gets the spectacles. When you put them on, you can see text that wasn't there. I can take 2 stress to claim the spectacles. When you loot a cultist's body, draw 2 knowledge tokens and keep 1. Shuffle the other back into the pile. If you have arcane mastery, you may draw 3 and keep 1. Or I can claim the terrified condition. Nope, not happening. So terrified condition, when you claim this card, shuffle 2 forbidden knowledge tokens you're carrying back into the pile. That's not happening. So I take 2 stress. So it's always good to have extra stress in almost all these scenarios. So that was one of the reasons I rested at the beginning of my turn as a first action. And now we have this. And since he has arcane mastery, being able to draw 3 and keep 1 could be super helpful. Obviously, I still think I want to waste an action trading things until after Elizabeth has searched that body. So hopefully, you know, we'll gamble a little bit and hopefully we pick something that's a pair of something that Ahmed already has. So we investigate their fight and the turn effects. This goes down. Now we do a fire roll. There is no fire on the board at all. Very different than scenario 1. Check the Mythos discard pile. There are 3. So the Elder One advances. And when he advances, 2 things happen. On him, it says put an early A token on our space. So we're going to have an early A token up here, which is fine. And then summon a cultist on each early A space. So now we have a cultist there, which is cool. Elizabeth will be able to take care of him pretty easily. And then move the star spawn 1 space towards you. If it is not on the board, summon it to the blue gate. Star spawn in the house, of course, chilling by the chthonic entity and making the bottom of this board super interesting. And then finally, when the Elder One advances, summon a cultist in the nearest space with an unclaimed tome. We're going to have a cultist that is going to be put here. And again, that is a separate room for where everyone is chilling. So Elizabeth actually might not loot that body. She might end up just killing those 2 guys and leaving the looting for Mr. Spectacles over here, because that could make some sense. Because if he looks at 3 of these, chances that we find that one, we can claim that tome, which is going to be really, really important. So this is going to get reshuffled. There is no Elder One and the turn effects. So it took 5 turns before we advanced. So that's good. That's good. So obviously the minimum is 3. So, you know, if we can get 2 or 3 extra turns every time, that will put us in a really, really decent spot. But I like where we're at, kids. I do. So what is going to happen? This goes here. We go back to Elizabeth's turn. I don't know what I want to do. I mean, I could kill this dude easy. She could kill that and then loot that dude. Nah, I mean, she could kill this dude. The marksman is only going to get for the +1 over there. So that's a thing. She has sneak, so she could just move. And if Ahmed, if she defeats both of these, he can do the loot, move, loot. And with Spectacles, he should be able to get both pairs, which could be really, really strong here, right? So she's going to defeat the one in the adjacent space first with the marksman. So she's rolling 2 extra greens because of that. And she has lucky with the 1 extra reroll. So what is that? So that's 1 success, 3 elder signs. So we get a free reroll. I will roll, I don't want to lose any sanity, so I'm going to reroll the green one. That's 2 successes. That's all we need. That one is going to be lied down. You got down. That's right. And then we're going to do a roll to defeat the cultist in the space I'm in. What do we get? 2 successes in the elder sign. Beautiful. This one's defeated. So we have 3 things that we can loot. That's nuts. Remember, when I kill a cultist or a monster, I can lose a sanity to heal 1 wound and 1 stress. Don't really think I need to worry about that. I mean, these guys are just chilling, right? How much health does the star spawn have? 7? Yeah, Elizabeth's just like, I don't want to do anything else. We're kind of good. I kind of like what's going on. I mean, I guess you can loot, right? I guess there's no harm in looting. Draw 3, resolve 1. I mean, those spectacles are great. Spectacles are great. Sure. We will try to loot with Elizabeth, and we'll just try to clear these out a little bit. So she rolls 2 sanities and an elder sign. That she gets 1 free reroll. So that's a success. She'll take a stress. Oh, do I want to do that? Because if we get a thing where she needs to take 2 stress, we'll just have her fail. I don't think there's any point taking a stress for this right now, especially if she's going to investigate, and you can see how so many of those things require to take 2 stress. Yeah, we're just going to fail that. That's fine. So Elizabeth takes a sanity loss. We didn't successfully loot the body. I don't think it makes sense to pump up her stress, not when Ahmed's about to do the loot with the spectacles anyway. I'm good with that. We are going to end her turn. So the next step is we draw the first Mythos card after we advanced the old one. Rise of the Undead. Take the nearest cultist body. Stand it back up. That was on the top the last time. Unless there might be 2 of those in there. So again, we have this dude now. He stood back up. We investigate our fight. That dude's going to fight me. He's fighting with 2 greens. Bam. 2 damage. I get a free reroll. 1 per... Oh, that's per turn. So I guess I'd use a free reroll to do with the sanity. So I guess it would still be part of my turn, which is fine. So I'm just not going to... do I want to take the stress? Well, I guess I'm investigating or fighting. So I'll take the stress to try to ignore 1 of these damage. Cool. So that's an elder sign. So I just take 1 damage and we are good to go. So now we go to the end of turn effects. Nothing going on there, and we can proceed to Ahmed's next turn. Ahmed, what are you doing, buddy? I think he just kills, loots. Makes the most sense to me. So he's going to attack. He's attacking with 3. Remember, Elder Signs count as successes, which is great. So he rolls 3 damage. He's like, I don't need my Arcane Mastery. I'm just going to defeat this cultist the old-fashioned way. Awesome. Now he's looting. So I'm going to loot the body I just defeated. So we get an Elder Sign and a success and 1 sanity loss. I'm fine with the sanity loss. Bam. And I'm going to take this off the board. And because I have the Crystal Spectacles and Arcane Mastery, I get to look at 3 of those. So we're going to flip over 4. Oh, that's the one I want. We get 2. And we get 1, 2. There's only 3 left. And that. So I want both of those, actually. But I will take this one. That was my second action, was looting. These are going to flip back down. But honestly, since I'm rolling a die and it's going to be random that way, I'm not even going to worry about shuffling them. So we have that one. I think I loot the other one too. And if I can just get my combos of 2 and 2, it just will save a lot of trouble. So we're going to do it again. Rolling. Elder Signs of success. Elder Signs of success. And now it's a success. So I got 3 successes. So we looted this body. That comes off the board. Can I get my pairs? 6 is not helpful. 6 is not helpful. 6 is not helpful. 4, I don't want that one. 5, 6 will work. I do want that one, so that's fine. And 4, 5, 6, I will take this one. So that worked out really well. So now we have our pairs. We got to get there. This is going to be ugly, but we have to get there too. And these will flip back down. We could just give those 2 to Elizabeth and has Elizabeth try to go down there and take care of all the big bads in that neck of the woods. So that is the end of the turn. We're going to draw a Mythos card. What is it? It says Early A Awakens. Each cultist currently on an Early A space moves 2 spaces towards you. Well, there are no cultists on an Early A space. And then we have the first of the symbols, and we summon cultists to the yellow gate and the blue gate. So where is the blue gate? Blue gate is here. Oh, a lot going on there. And then yellow gate is there. This guy is chilling on the stairs. You shall not pass. And that's fine. We are going to investigate or fight. We actually get to investigate this time. So the mastermind. You know, Horace Wallace was said to have traffic with the devil. I can claim the grave robber, which when you have her, I gain 1 level in stealth. Don't hate that. Or pocket knife when attacking. Gain a green die if you have the brawling skill, which I don't. So I guess I take the grave robber. I can assign a damage to her, which I don't hate. And I will take, oh, this goes up to Mr. Ahmed. And I gains 1 level in stealth. So ultimately have 2 levels in stealth. So I'll put that up there. If I lose the grave robber, this will go back down. So when I sneak, I actually can sneak 3 times. Now, if I didn't have stealth as a base, that's where these tokens would come in. When I say these tokens, where are they? Over here. Yeah, I would just take one of this. I would just take that, and that would give me my 1 level in stealth. Sliding this under here, making sure Ahmed's thing is still on the board successfully, and Kleptomania is still visible, and that will work. I like it. So we are going to do the end of turn effects. I can heal 1 stress or wound from anybody at my location. We'll heal a stress from Elizabeth. I think that makes the most sense. Everyone has 2 stress. She has a wound. He has no wounds. And we are good to go. End of turn effects. Other than that, there are none. So we are going to go back to Elizabeth's turn. I do think Elizabeth, oh, I don't, that's rough. And, you know, he has sneak. He can sneak past 3. Maybe we don't. Yeah, maybe we don't do this trade action. I mean, he'll get there and claim that tomb on his turn. Elizabeth can come down here, use her actions to really start clearing this out. I think that'll make a lot of sense. Again, the star spawn, when they're attacking or being attacked while in the earliest space, we add, attacking or being attacked, that's 2 sanity a pop. It's really bad. Elizabeth, what do you want to do? 7 health in the star spawn is rough. I mean, she could move here and try to defeat the star spawn, but if this one advances and the star spawn's not on the board, remember, he's just advancing again to the blue gate. But I really need to clear out the star spawn. Unless we sneak past the star spawn. I mean, she's got 1 level of sneak. She can move here, kill both these cultists, but then their body's just going to chill down on the board, which I don't love. Star spawn can get nasty, really, really nasty. Then we still have the chthonic entity too. And what's his thing? 8 damage when attacking to the full wounds to each investigator in a space and adjacent spaces. Oh, of course it does. Alright, we're gonna move Elizabeth here. If she goes insane again, that's not terrible. She can heal all her stress because she's alone. So I kind of like that. Let's try to knock this star spawn off. That's a nasty, nasty attack it does. Oh, that's only in an earlier space. I guess we don't have an earlier space on the board yet, other than that one. But still, yeah, if it moves one location, maybe I'm really debating. Do I want to kill the cultist or do I want to kill the star spawn? So many decisions. I'm gonna kill the star spawn just because it's not something you get to do every day, kids. So we're gonna roll these 5 dice. Again, I have the extra 2 greens because of marksman. I rolled 1 success and a bunch of garbage. I get a free reroll. I kind of want her to go insane, so I'm going to get a free reroll. We get once per turn, so I use that ability. Another success. I'm going to take a stress and try to get a 3rd success. I'll roll with this. I did get a 3rd success. All right, so I didn't take any sanity loss. I put 3 damage on the star spawn. There's only one of them, so I'm going to use their card instead of like having these little tokens everywhere. And then with her 3rd action, she's going to roll again. And we're rolling these 5 dice again because marksman's still applying because we're attacking one thing away. So it'd be 2 sanity losses and 4 success. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So that's 4 successes that kills the star spawn. When I kill a monster, I can lose a sanity to heal 1 wound and 1 stress. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, I like that. So I killed the monster. Star spawn goes back over here. I killed the monster. I'm going to take a sanity, heal a wound and a stress. Now I apply the tentacles. I'm going to stop there. I don't go past that. So I get another green die in all my rolls in the future. And then fear of crowds triggers. That's going to make my stress go down to 0. And I get another level of something. I will get 2 rerolls a turn. Oh, I get a free attack every turn. Oh, I think I'm gonna try to get up to marksman and get a free attack every turn. So yeah, she's gonna go up there. Now I can attack in one target, 1 additional space away for 2 spaces total, which I think will have some utility. So that's good. And end of her turn, we pull a Mythos card. Move the nearest ghoul 2 spaces toward me. Oh, I don't get to investigate again. Whatever. Only ghoul on the board. He's like, you killed my ghoul brother. If you have terrifying condition, move it directly to your space, and then we summon a ghoul to the red gate over there. That's the 2nd symbol in the discard pile. We go investigator fight. We have to fight again. The ghoul is rolling 2 greens and a black. And I've already used my free roll for this turn, so I don't get this. 1 damage, 1 sanity loss. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to take the damage, 1 wound, and the 1 sanity loss. And thank you very much, Mr. Ghoul. If attacked and not destroyed, we summon another ghoul in its space. So again, we won't do that. We end of turn effects. There are none. There's only 2 symbols in the thing. So we're going to pass the turn order to Ahmed. Ahmed, what are you doing? Ahmed is saying, well, I'm going to go here. I'm going to discard these 2 scorpions. Bye-bye. To get myself a tome. Awesome. We have 1 tome. We need 1 more. And we disrupt this ritual. And we can move on to the next phase of excitement in Season 1, Episode 2 of Cthulhu Death May Die. Alright. So now Ahmed, for his 3rd turn, he's going to move into the space with Elizabeth. He liked that. That's fine. Her agoraphobe's not going to trigger anytime soon, hopefully. So that will be a good place. Oh, do we want to put an early token there? That's fine. Whatever. We're good. We'll make it happen. So he has sneak 3. So he can get in there, claim this tome, and then get out. And the chthonic entity will just chill. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. So yeah, he's chilling there. We're going to take this. Terror! Everyone with a terrifying condition may choose one of these options. We don't. Discard a companion or item card. Lose 1 sanity per terrifying condition you have. We just don't have any terrifying conditions, so we've been able to avoid that. So that goes there. And now we go to investigator fight. Well, if I go there, I get fought with. Nah, I won't do that. That was silly. I'll go here instead. And that way, again, when you move, you're only moving 3 spaces. So that puts me within range to do that. So yeah, I'm not gonna go where I went because I want to investigate. I don't want this ghoul to fight me. So we're gonna grab a discovery card, the Mask of the Damned, a mask with a haunting gaze. I can take 3 stress to claim the burial mask, or if I do not, I claim the ancient spirit. The burial mask, I may take 1 stress to move 1 enemy from my space to an adjacent space. Oh, that's nice. Or the ancient spirit, at the end of each of your turns, lose 1 sanity. The ancient spirit may only take a wound if it would kill you. This companion cannot be traded. No. Oh, I can't take 3 stress. Well, that's sucks. Wow. And if each of my turns loses sanity, and I can't take 3 stress because I'm at 2. Oh, it's so bad. So I can't claim the barrel mask, so this is gonna get super precarious. Oh, but I have the Bible. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Well, we have that. For me forgetting that, I'm sure. But again, I don't mind. It's you may, and I don't mind getting that a little higher. The Bible and the Ancient Spirit will go well together for me because I can really kind of manipulate where I am on the sanity track. So I've investigated. I got that. Much better for me to get that as Ahmed than for Elizabeth to get that. So I'm good with that. And now we are going to go to the rest of the turn order. And to turn effects, I lose a sanity, but I haven't used my Bible yet this turn, so I lose 1 less sanity. So that cancels each other out. And then we're going to do the heal. I get to heal 1 stress or wound, or I can heal 1 stress or wound from a companion in my space. I'm going to heal 1 stress, which is good. And then we do check the discard pile. Oh, we are advancing. Cthulhu goes 1 step further. What happens when he advances? We put an early A token in our space. So we have an early A token in the middle of this mess. And from there, what else are we going to do? We're going to summon a cultist on each early A space. So we get a cultist up here. We get a cultist here. When the old one advances, we summon a cultist in the nearest space with an unclaimed tome. Nearest space to me, that is 1, 2, 3. That is 1, 2, 3. So I can choose to put this sucker over there because they are both equal distance. That's also 1, 2, 3. That makes more sense. Put it over there in the underground. You can go chill there and think about what you've done. So it took us 4 turns to advance again. Not ideal, but I think we're in a decent spot. We're going to shuffle these up and everything else is done. So back to Elizabeth. What would you like to do, Elizabeth? I think Elizabeth kills this ghoul, kills that dude, kills the cultist body, or the cultist, who will become a cultist body once I kill him. And then again, she can attack 2 spaces away. So she can attack here, she can attack here. The chthonic entities, I don't know if it makes sense to try to just kill that dude. First and foremost, we actually obviously have to kill the ghoul, because that's nasty. Nasty, nasty. So, I'm just going to go up here. Kills the ghoul. He's got sneak 3. I think I can get 8 damage on him. That would be nice. I mean, that's a really gnarly attack. These cultists I'm not that bothered by. Their attacks aren't that strong. I can discard to heal 3 wounds of 1 investigator in your space and 1 wound on all investigators in the same space, including you. When I kill it, I can lose 1 sanity to heal 1 wound and 1 stress. Oh, that's also nice. The ghoul is a monster. So let me kill the ghoul first and foremost. I'm rolling 3. Oh, I get a +1 because I passed that last turn. So I get that green die in all my rolls now, which is super nice. So that is 2 damage, be 1 sanity loss, and a double success. I'm going to have a free reroll, might as well. Cool. I saved the sanity loss. I'm killing this monster, and I'm going to take a sanity loss because of the medical kit, or because of the Chris dagger. So I lose a sanity to heal a wound and 1 stress. Oh, and actually I would have, instead of using the free reroll, I would have taken a stress because I knew I was going to do that. So I still have my free roll access, and then I'll heal a wound and a stress. That works out even better. So I have 2 more actions. I mean, these cultists don't scare me. The chthonic entity does. So I think I start putting some damage on that dude. I'm rolling 6 dice, and with my second action attacking the chthonic entity, and I still have the 1 free reroll available to me. So this will just give me some options with what I want to do with Ahmed, because then if I can potentially just stay there, that might be the best place for me to be right now. So, and if I stay there with the chthonic entity there, I'm getting rolled against with 3 black dice and a green. So those 6 dice, I get 2 successes, and this, I get a free reroll. I really want to get 4 damage. This is my free reroll, so that's done. I'm going to take a stress. I'm trying to get up to 4 damage. Nope. That's fine. I'll just do 3 damage to the chthonic entity. And then with my last action, I want to get 5 successes out of this. And I have my full array of stress available. So, except for the one I just took, I already did my free reroll, so I don't have that available to me anymore. Do I get 5 successes? I get 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Half this die is success. I'm going to take a stress. Give me a success. Nice. 5 successes. We have killed the chthonic entity. Thank you very much for playing. You go hang out with your friend Mr. Starspawn, and that is the end of my turn with my 3 actions. She's a beast, this one. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, before I forget, I do take 2 sanity for that as well. So that triggers fear crowds. I take 1 stress for every other figure. There are none, so I heal my stress fully, and I get another thing. I'm gonna get a free attack per turn because that could be really useful. Because we're about to face Mr. Cthulhu. That's right, straight from early straight into my gun. Here's how that's gonna work, Mr. Cthulhu. I don't care what you have to say about that. All right, what are we gonna do now? Well, end of my turn, I draw. We go to the Mythos phase. What are we taking? Well, it is the first one of these things. Oh, this one again? Come on, man. I'm so sick of these ghouls. All right, move the nearest ghoul to me. 2 spaces. Bam. He says hello. What a jerk. And now we are stuck dealing with that guy. I summon another ghoul to the red gate. And again, this is exactly the same card I got last time when I was Elizabeth. On Elizabeth's last turn is what I'm trying to say. So the ghoul is going to attack me. It's attacking with 2 greens and a black. I have used my free reroll. We get 3 damage. Oh, wait. She had 1 free attack. Oh, I had access to that too, because I did advance that during my turn. So I'll do that next. So that would be 3 damage from this jerk. I have the medical kit, so that's fine. So I'll let that roll stand. It's really awful, but it is what it is. She would have had a free attack on my turn, so I would have attacked 2 spaces. I wouldn't have attacked the ghoul as much as I would like to. I'll attack this guy here. I think that would have made the most sense, just to make things a little bit better with Ahmed. Because, yeah, that's opened up immediately, so I would have access to that. So she would roll 3 greens because it's attacking someone not in my space. So it would be the same amount of dice. I would have no rerolls, though. No free rerolls, at least. So it'll be 1 damage, 2 damage, 1 loss of sanity. I would take 1 stress to try to cancel out that sanity, and we do. So that would have been 2 damage to defeat that cultist and just kind of leave him lying down. All right. So again, that went out of order. When I lost my sanity on my 3rd action, I would have gained another action to do a free attack on a target not in my space. So I attacked that. Then when I pulled this dude would have come in. I would have summoned another one. That would have attacked me. It gave me 3 damage. So that's how that worked out. But it's a blot. Oh, we had an earthquake. I just got fallen on by an elder one. How do you feel? We have everything right now. But again, when I do a roll and I know what it is, more often than not, I'll try to make, all right, let that be the roll. And then we'll backtrack and figure out what I should have done before that. All right. It just seems a little bit more fair to me in that way. So Cthulhu's there. Elizabeth's there. She's been attacked. We do the end of the turn effects. There are no end of turn effects to worry about for Elizabeth's turn. So it's Ahmed's turn now. So Ahmed's going to move. He's going to go, he's at the 2nd level of sneak. Or stealth. So he's going to be able to sneak past 3 of these suckers. So none of them are going to follow him. This one's dead, so that doesn't count. So he's sneaking it past these 3. And now we're here. He's discarding these 2 tokens. And we get ourselves the 2nd tome. So we disrupted the ritual, but we don't do anything about that until the end of turn effects. And we'll check about summoning Cthulhu to the board. Oh, I did it the 2nd time. You get a bonus one. I'm sorry. So this is going to go here. Look at him having 2 books, including, and the Bible. He's just like a walking library right now. This dude is just amazing. I mean, he's kind of bored now. And I could have brought one of these with me and just killed it. That probably makes more sense. So the 3rd action, when he went in here, he would have only snuck against 2. He would have chosen to allow 1 to come with him. Oh, you know what? We could have had the ghoul come with him. And that makes some more sense for Elizabeth. So now with the 3rd action for Ahmed, Ahmed is going to roll these 3 dice. He's doing an attack action against this ghoul. And we get 2 damage, 2 success. And Elder Sign, which is also a success because of Arcane Mastery, and 1 loss of sanity. That's fine. So we're going to kill the ghoul, and we're going to lose 1 sanity up there. Don't mind if I can get him up another level on something. I think that would be great. So we are done. Kleptomania might trigger if we do that, but that'll be fine. I can live with that. We're going to go to the Mythos phase. We're going to draw a card. Astral Promise. Move the nearest cultist to your space and choose 1. So cultist coming in. Add an earlier token to your space if there's already 1 there. Add it to the nearest space without 1, or lose 2 sanity. That's fine. I think the earlier token's not great, but I don't know if I want to lose 2 sanity that quick. Although it would just be 1, but I get to level up. I'd have to take 2 stress. I'm about to get attacked. There's some ultimate badness there, so fine. We'll just put the earlier token in my space. I'm probably not going to be down here much anyway, so fine with that. Which way? Oh, I guess the wave should be at the bottom. Yeah, I'm putting these upside down. Someone's like, oh my gosh, the wave should be at the bottom, Greg. What are you doing? All right, cool. We now can investigate there because we're about to get attacked. Investigator fight. This cultist is attacking me with 2 of these green dice. It does a damage and an elder sign, which is no effect against me, so I'll take the 1 wound, and that will be fine. We go to end of turn effects. I can heal a stress or a wound. I will heal a wound. And then, no, I'll keep 1 wound. I'll heal a stress. And then we go to the end of turn effects. Other than that, we do check. We are going to do Elder One summoning because we have disrupted the ritual. So, dun, 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 we move the stage 1 card to the side and reveal the stage 2 reveal effects, summoning the Elder One. Now, deciding where to put this will be interesting because there's not a lot of space on this board, kids. I'll just put it up on this track. We'll see if this works out, right? Right, you just chill there, Mr. Cthulhu. So, when Cthulhu advances, put an early token on your space. If there's already one there, put it in the near space that doesn't have one. All right, so we have an early token there. Summon a cultist on each early space. We only have 3 cultists, so we get to choose. I'll put 1 here, and 1 in the center. Now, special rules. Once ritual disrupted, remove all bodies and use all normal rules when killing cultists. So this one, these would get removed, so we actually would have more bodies. So we get another one here. And now we're going to move the star spawn. It would move 1 space toward me, which could be super bad, but instead we're just going to put it in the blue gate. When revealed, summon Cthulhu into your space. Each enemy early space moves 1 space towards you. Oh, never mind. So I'm doing the Elder One effects backwards. Yeah, let me do this right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ritual disrupted, all the bodies come off the board, right? We're gonna do this in order now. So when revealed, summon Cthulhu to your space. Cthulhu! Hello. Hello, Mr. I love the size differential between the figures and the older ones. I just think it's hilarious. Each enemy in an earlier space moves 1 space toward you. So one of them in an earlier token there. This guy would move here. So that's when revealed. Now, at the end of each turn, we do this other stuff. So those are Elder One things. We're not going to worry about that. Cthulhu isn't advancing, so I was kind of, I don't know what I was thinking about there. When Cthulhu enters, we would put this on the board to track where he would be. 1, 2, right? Yeah, so he's still only there. So we don't have to worry about the Cthulhu advancing instructions at all. At the end of the turn, again, I already healed. We checked the Elder One summoning. We've done all the effects of the one revealed. Now we go to the end of turn effects. The Elder One end of turn effect is the last thing to do. We put an earlier token in Cthulhu's space. Since there is already earlier token, we put it in their space that doesn't have one, and that's fine. When this would advance is when I would actually put those cultists on the board. So glad I caught that, because that would have been an utter mess, and my sneak 3 should do fairly well for me. So Cthulhu has 12 health. That is the total end of my turn. We are going to put this token over here, like I forgot to do last time, and it's Elizabeth's turn to make something happen. So she gets, remember, 1 free attack per turn against a target out of my space. She's rolling 6 dice. We can probably take care of stage 2 Cthulhu on her turn, and that makes me happy. And we'll see where Cthulhu moves at that point. All right, so Elizabeth, she's rolling 3 and 3 because a marksman. She's attacking Cthulhu, who's chilling with Ahmed, and Ahmed's like, please help me, Elizabeth. She's like, never fear, I'm gonna do it. I mean, they have a really nice way of communicating with each other amidst all the madness, that is for sure. So this is her free attack. Remember, I have 1 free reroll a turn, and she rolls 1 damage, 2 damage. Oh, I did. So I would have lost the sanity because of that, but because of Ancient Spirit. So I'm just going to use Ancient Spirit and Bible just every turn. Just pretend that at the end of the turn, I would just do that, right? Because I always forget about the Bible. I'm always forgetting about the Ancient Spirit. So they just cancel each other out. So one less thing for me to worry about while I'm trying to pay attention to the rest of this. So that's 2 success. That was a garbage roll. I'll use my free reroll to try to make this a success. I did not. At least I prevented a sanity loss. Do I want to take a stress? 2 damages. Garbage. I'll take 1 stress to roll. It's an elder sign. I'll take 1 stress to roll. Just give me a success, yo. Great. Ask and you shall receive. So that's 3 damage on Cthulhu, and that's fine. So I need 9 more. I'm going to spend an action. Oh, I'm going to discard the medical kit to heal 3 wounds before I forget that, because that's super dangerous. Thank you, medical kit. You came in handy. So that's not an action. It's just the thing I can do. I'm going to do a rest action to get my stress down to 0. Now with my second action, which is really my first, because the first one was like a free action. So I have 3 actions left. Oh, my second action was to rest. So I have 2 actions left. I need to somehow get 6 damage on it, or 9 damage on this dude. Not likely, but at least we'll set it up for Ahmed to knock him out. So this is my third action of 4. It's 1, 2, 3 success, no sanity loss. I've done my free reroll, so I don't have access to that. I did forget Elizabeth's first roll. She should have lost the sanity, so I'm back to that. So no sanity loss on this roll, 1 sanity loss for the last roll. I did 3 more damage, so he's up to 6, Mr. Cthulhu that is. No sanity loss, and then the last roll here, we're going to hopefully take care of some business. I'm definitely not going to get 6 successes, but, you know, we'll see if we can pull off. So it's 1 damage, 2 damage. I have no more free rolls. I'll take a stress, and if I can get a 3rd success, that'd be great. I did. We're good with that. So 3 more damage on Cthulhu. No, so 1 sanity loss because of that. That's fine. I think that will work fairly well. I mean, if she loses sanity, she gets an extra green die, but then she's really pretty far along in that track, so I don't think that makes much sense. So yeah, we'll call it that. 3 damage. So Cthulhu's 3 health away from being dead skis. Pretty effective turn for Miss Elizabeth, for sure. All right, let's do the rest of this. We are going to have the Mythos card. What is it? Each cultist in an earlier space moves 2 spaces towards you. Oh, that's not great. So that. There's no more earlier spaces on the board. So she's getting attacked by 3 of these suckers. We're going to summon a cultist to the yellow gate and to the blue gate. That is a second of the symbols. So we get a cultist on the yellow gate down here. We get a cultist on the blue gate, which is here. Wow. Yeah, if that triggers, she would take a stress for each other figure. Now there's 3 figures there. That's rough. She's done her free reroll too, so I know that that's out. Yikes. All right, so she's getting attacked by, well, these won't give her sanity loss. They're only attacking with the dice, so they obviously will be making her have some issues with wounds. She only has sneak 1, 2. That's not great. 3 cultist attacks. They're all rolling 2 green dice each. So what is that? That is 1 damage. That's not horrible. The second one's rolling. That is 0 damage. I just rolled 2 elder signs, and the third one is rolling. That's 1 damage. She'll take a stress to try to roll that. So this is, again, the investigator fight part. Great. So no damage from that thing. So she just took 1 stress with the reroll and only 1 damage from those 3 attacks. So that was fine. We're going to do the resolve and the turn effects. The only thing we need to do is the elder one on the turn effects, which is the last action here. So at the end of each turn, put an earlier token to get through the space. There's already one there. Put in the near space. It doesn't have one. So we have an earlier token. That goes all the way out to where Elizabeth is over here, next to the Charlie's Angels token. That token's still really weird to me, but that's fine. So that is done. So we go back to Ahmed's turn. Ahmed is now alone with Mr. Ugly himself. So Ahmed is going to roll these 3 dice and do an attack and see how this works out for him. So first action, Ahmed is attacking. It is 3 sanity loss. That was so great. What happens? We'll get another green. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with this. So I'm going to take the 3 sanity loss. That is going to go up. So again, you stop there. That's going to trigger. I can't steal from anybody, so I take 2 stress because of that. But now I get a green die with all my rolls in the future, which could really help. And I go up on a level, and I will go up on, let's go up to there. I'll heal a stress for each Elder Sign I roll. Second action with Ahmed, and he gets a green die for kicks. So this will really help with Arcane Mastery. I rolled 2 damage. I'm going to take a stress for a reroll. Please give me an Elder Sign. Nope. I'm going to take 1 more stress for a reroll. I mean, yay! 3 damage. So I defeated Cthulhu with my second action. My stress is obviously maxed out in a way that's super concerning. So since we defeated stage 2 Cthulhu, we flip this over here. I'll put this on the board here. When revealed, move Cthulhu to the blue gate. So Cthulhu is going to move. He's going to the blue gate. So now he's chilling here. He didn't go very far. You jerk. At the end of his turn, each investigator loses a sanity. What? Each investigator in earliest phase takes 1 wound and loses 1 sanity. So wound, lose a sanity. Oh, oh, that's really bad. So let me do this in order. All right, we're going to do it to Ahmed first because it's Ahmed's turn. So each investigator in the earliest phase takes a wound and loses a sanity. So wound for Ahmed and loses a sanity. We're going to have a wound for Elizabeth, and she loses a sanity. That triggers that. She takes 3 stress, so she maxes out there. She's definitely not alone. So then she can level up. I think I'll level her up on stealth, especially considering she has 3 of those dudes there. That ain't great. So we put her at level 2 stealth, and she's about to lose another sanity. This is not great. So I think we're okay. So we revealed that. We did all that. Ahmed has 1 more action. Ahmed is going to heal. He's going to rest because he has a chance to rest. So heal 2 stress and 1 wound. And I think that will do. So we are now going to go to the end of turn stuff. We have to go to the mythos phase with drawing a card. It is not a thing that flips. If Cthulhu is on the board, each investigator loses 1 sanity. If Cthulhu is on the track, each investigator has 2 stress. So we're not advancing. He is on the board, so 1 sanity, 1 sanity. Oh, this is really stacking in a way that's not great. We are now going to do the end of turn effects. I can heal a sanity or a stress. I'm going to heal a stress because that's Ahmed. I would lose a sanity. Again, ancient spirits and Bible are going to cancel each other out, which is great. And now we're going to do the Elder One effect. So first we do the stage 2 effect. Put an earlier token in Cthulhu space. If there's already one, put it in the nearest space that doesn't have one. So that's going to go there. And then each investigator loses 1 sanity. Sanity loss. Sanity loss. Okay. Elizabeth, what do you say? So we're losing 2 sanity a turn, right? Elizabeth is not long for this world. I think ideally she could kill another level of Cthulhu. She'll have a bunch of actions to do it. And remember, if this triggers and she's alone, this will go wee all the way down. So I think that's what we're just going to have to do. So she's going to move back here. So she has stealth level 2, so she can sneak 3 times. So she's going to leave all those cultists like, oh, where did she go? And she's like, I'm over here. But she's a marksman, so she can attack from 2 spaces away. She's going to attack Cthulhu, and she's rolling 4 green dice, 2 because of marksman, 2 because of her sanity track, and then these 3 black dice. And this is her second action. Oh, I think she's going to die. Well, maybe I can get her to a non-early A space. When Cthulhu advances, a bunch of stuff's going to happen. Yeah, I think this is the end of the road for her, to be honest. So, don't know how else this is going to work. Yeah, she's going to lose a bunch of sanity. Might as well go down swinging, Elizabeth. All right, let's make this happen. So she's rolling. We're rolling 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. I can re-roll something and try to get a 6th success. We're already losing a sanity for sure. So she's rolling this. That was a free re-roll. It does not become a success. So 5 damage to Cthulhu. We apply that. Now we apply the tentacles. She loses a sanity. Fear of crowds. There's no other figures there. I can heal all my stress instead, which is great. We get another green die that we can roll in her next action. Remember, so she moved once with sneak 3, stealth level 2. She attacked once with the free action. She has 2 more actions. I'm going to move. I did the free reroll. Do I want an additional free reroll? Not really. We'll get whatever. I mean, I don't really want stealth level 3, so I think that will be fine. She's going to roll again. So she's rolling 5 green dice, and she is doing her 3rd action. This is kind of her last stand. You make the magic happen, Elizabeth. That's a crappy roll. It's really bad. So only 2 damage. I get another free reroll because I'm at level 2 lucky. So I got that away. We need to do 7 more damage on him, and I just rolled garbage. I didn't lose a sanity that way. Oh man, that's really bad. That's really bad. Yeah, I'll take a stress. Even if I lose, she's gonna die anyway. This might as well just happen. So that's another damage, because then I get another thing on my rerolls here. It's 3 damage. I'm gonna take another stress. That's a damage and a sanity loss. That's perfect, actually. So that's 4 damage. That gets Cthulhu up to 9. I'm gonna apply the sanity. Bam. That triggers, my stress goes down to 0. Well, if I'm going to do that, yeah, I'll take stress. It's another damage, stress. It's another damage. Right, so 2 more damage to Cthulhu, so he's only 1 away from dying. That's unfortunate. Then agoraphobe, or fear of crowds triggers, that goes all the way down to 0. And I'll give myself another lucky, so I have 1 additional reroll if I need it. Yeah, she is not going to survive this, but that was kind of planned the way this is playing out. So what's going to happen now? She has 1 more action. Cthulhu is 1 away from death here. We're rolling. So I actually have 1 extra dice. So I'm going to have to re-roll 1 of these green dice because I have 6 green dice total. And that goes. So 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage. No loss of sanity, which I guess is fine. This is a little insane, but I kind of want her to die on her turn. Because then you skip everything. It's a little like crazy, but you skip everything except for the check the Mythos discard pile. Yeah, I'm going to take a stress to re-roll, and I'm actually trying to get a sanity loss here. Those are 3 successes. I mean, I can re-roll a green, whatever, 4 successes. So I'm taking a sanity to re-roll this, taking a sanity to re-roll this. All right, she's going to die. I got another success. I did 100 damage to Cthulhu. Cthulhu is defeated. These go away. That goes away. We're going to put this up here. I can move this out of the way. So actually, let me rearrange all of this. So that's stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. And this is here. All right, when revealed, move Cthulhu to the starting space. Each investigator must discard all item and companion cards. They may take 1 wound for each card they wish to keep. Well, it's all item and companion, so the ancient spirit actually goes away because it can't be traded, but it must be discarded. So all item and companions. Oh, I would lose level 1 stealth. And I don't have marksman. Well, I guess not having marksman stealth doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, fine. I'll take 1 wound to keep the Bible because that sanity saving might be helpful. Everything else is gone. Chris Dagger's gone. So those are all out. And I took the wound to keep the Bible.
Ahmed's like, I would like my Bible, please. Thank you.
We did everything assigning the damage. Now we assign the 1 tentacles. Elizabeth is defeated. So, again, this gets a little weird, but here we go. An investigator would die during their turns. If he wasn't summoned yet, game over, we lose. But since he's already on the board, we skip all the following turn phases except for the check the Mythos discard pile phase. If there are 3 Elder One summoning symbols, the Elder One advances and its effects are applied. From now on, the player's turn is skipped entirely. Elizabeth, you fought valiantly. We will remember you forever. Now, Ahmed is like, Elizabeth, I will avenge your death. So we check the discard pile. There's only 2. We're good. But that's just weird. I guess it means if you were killed by something that happened because you drew the Mythos card, you know, there's a chance you could die and still have 3 symbols there. But in our case, we're not even worried about it. We're going right to Ahmed's turn. Again, he lost 1 of the levels of stealth when his grave robber went away. So that's a little rough. I think I rest. The thing is, how am I getting 12 damage on this dude? When I level up again, my other sides would count as 2 successes each. The problem is there's a ton of things there. So the question is, how the heck? I mean, not having marksman is just bad. Kleptomania is going to trigger and take 2 stress for that, so that's not ideal.
I'm quite the pickle.
This will go here. I'm not really going to be getting any more discovery cards.
Man, I'm worried. I'm very worried.
Yeah, I mean, he just has to attack, right? I mean, there's really nothing else I can do. The problem is you got these 3 dudes are going to be only 2 greens each. But if I can survive this, if I can get 2 turns out of Ahmed, I should be able to do this. I mean, I can basically get, enough attack actions. Oh, you can only rest when there's no enemies there. So I'm not going to be able to, this is my last chance to rest. And then I'm just going to basically be at the mercy of the dice rolls. Let me take this moment to be like, I don't know, there's something about this game, and I think it has more to do with Kaman and Davio and Lang than the actual game, where there's definitely a lot of there's some snobbery in the board game world, shocker. and I appreciate the comments. Look, if people have different opinions, to me this game is far from the most challenging game I play. You're going to win more than you lose, but it's just wacky and it's interesting, and there's tactical decisions, and I like it, and it's accessible. There's a lot of things I like about this game, and I think you get the situations like this where you're like, there is a lot of interesting strategy and tactics where you're like, man, there's some piling on that happens at the end, and when I had characters like Borden and Adam, they were really strong characters, right? I mean, both of them could do a lot of damage. I mean, Elizabeth now, I mean, I basically did a sacrifice turn for her, and now I'm sitting here, and this is a strategically interesting decision. For me, is there a level of obviousness about it? Sure, in a sense. But I just think everything leading up to this point and the story that's kind of unfolded here, I find this really engaging. Again, there weren't that many turns. Cthulhu only advanced twice. We disrupted the ritual pretty quick. But I think the combination of the discovery cards and the enemies and kind of all the things you're thinking about, it just makes a really, really nice, strategic story where the decisions you make early, like some of the sanity losses I took to Elizabeth early, that maybe in hindsight, maybe I was playing a little fast and loose with that. When you consider kind of where things go near the end. We'll see how I can kind of pull this off. I didn't get through a ton of discovery cards because I kept getting jammed up. I'm sure some of these would have been a lot more helpful to give us more of a chance here. We are down to the nitty gritty, and we're gonna have to find a way to make this work. So I'm gonna do a rest action here. We are gonna move in here, so I'm gonna sneak past that jerk. And now, I have one attack. And that's going to have to do. And then I'm getting attacked by 4 things. And if I can survive that, I feel like I'll be okay. So let's see how this plays out. So I'm going to do my 1 attack. I have my 1 green because of where I am in the sanity. Put these there for now. Here we go. Attacking Cthulhu. Cthulhu. It's funny. If I had that 1 level of sneak back, that might have been the play. If I keep her and I isolate Cthulhu. Yeah, let me get my grave robber back. Where are you, dude? Nope. Julia, the grave robber. So I would have taken another wound to keep the grave robber. That makes a lot more sense than what I did. And then when I do the rest action, I would have just been able to. I would have had 1 extra stress. I would have just left my stress, just healed 3 wounds with the rest action. That's much smarter because now I get that extra level of stealth back. So I do a rest action, I move, and I'm going to move sneaking 3, keeping Cthulhu and leaving these other 2. And we will sneak.
Where am I going to sneak?
We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're chilling. That's right, Cthulhu. We're chilling over here. I got you. So can I do 4 damage a pop next turn? That's going to be the question. But I will have some extra tricks up my sleeve. Now we do the end of turn stuff. I'm going to draw a card from the Mythos deck. It is not a symbol. Place a fire token. What? We have those? Place a fire token in this space. Okay. And then gain a green die if you have the swiftness skill. I do not have the swiftness skill. You take 1 wound unless you roll 2 or more successes. So then make a roll. That's an important sentence here. So I'm going to roll. I have 1 green die because of that. I have the 3 black. So I take a wound unless I roll 2 or more successes. I don't have swiftness, so I don't get the extra die. Do I get 2 successes? I get 2 successes, but 3 sanity loss, which is a little rough. So that is not advanced Cthulhu, at least. Do I want to no, I'm about to lose a bunch of things anyway. So I got my 2 successes. I don't take the wound, but it does mean I lose a sanity. Again, I stop there. Kleptomaniac triggers. I can't trade off a thing, so I do take 2 stress. And I go up a level. I'm going to go up to level 2 of Arcane Mastery, which is great. That's done. End of turn effects, I get to heal 1 because of Healing Prayer. That goes down there. When I would lose a sanity, I can prevent that because of the Bible, because I haven't done that yet this turn, which is great. So what's going to happen? We do the Elder One effects. So stage 1, nothing at the end of each turn. We are going to put an earlier token and get through the space. We get 1 more earlier token here. Bam. And waves
down. Laces out, waves down.
We're going to do that. We go here. Nope, that doesn't trigger. End of turn. Right, so this is stage 3, and to turn each investigator loses 1 sanity. My Bible is going to prevent that. And now we can move to, investigator fight. I obviously wasn't investigating. I was getting fought with. Final stage, Cthulhu is only rolling a black and a green. It's 1 damage, which is great. I will take that gladly. We investigator fought. I forgot for a second, but I didn't, and then I did it. We did all the Elder One and the turn effects, and now we go to the next turn. That next turn is Ahmad's turn, and Ahmed is...
Elizabeth, I'm still doing it for you, babe.
So what? We are doing 3 attack actions and hoping for the best here. So I need 4 damage a pop, but don't forget that my Elder Science count is 2 successes each. So in theory, if I roll that on this die, which is only 1 out of 6 chance, but that would be 3 successes because the elder sign's 2 and the success is 2. So we definitely have a chance here. The fire token, all right, when we leave that, we would, well, we're never leaving this. We're going down in flames or we're killing Cthulhu. That's how this is going to work. So I'm rolling these 4 dice. Again, it's just the 3 plus the 1 for that. Bam. I rolled 1 success. And a sanity loss. That's bad. I'm going to take a stress to roll this. There we go. 3 successes, as I said. So that's 3 damage and a sanity loss. You know, I probably should have lost. I should have let myself lose the sanity last time so I can get to there and get another green die. But that's a bit much revisionist history. I mean, in theory, I could survive another turn here. So all is not lost. And I could just, do I want to move and stealth this? Do I want to move and stealth this? Move and rest? I mean, I need 9 more damage with 2 more rolls. It's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard. I don't have enough stress to do this on this turn. So yeah, I think I just move and we stealth this up for that. And now I'm going to rest 1, 2. Then I move, attack, but I should have another green die, which could be everything right now. All right, so that makes more sense. So we got 1 attack in on Cthulhu. Cthulhu's going to go. We are doing this. We don't have a terrified condition, so we don't have to worry about that. But we are advancing. So we go investigate or fight. We are going to, oh, when I left there, I got a fire token. So I'm not used to that being a thing I need to worry about. We are in a safe space, amazingly, so I'm going to get a discovery card. What is it? The Fixer. We can claim either the Grave Robber or the Browning 1910 pistol. So we don't have to take anything for either. I can gain 1 level of Marksman. Ooh. Or when attacking, I can gain a extra green die. I think the green die is more important, especially with Arcane Mastery. So I'm going to claim the Browning 1910 pistol. That's going to go here. That's pretty helpful. And this will just go over here, put this here. And then we are going to do the rest of this. And to turn effects, I can heal a damage or a stress. I'm going to do that because of Healing Prayer. We do a fire roll, so I roll 1 die because I have 1 fire token on me. I rolled an Elder Sign, that's fine. Fire token comes off. We check the Mythos discard pile. We do advance, so the Elder one advances here. Now, a bunch of things trigger. When Cthulhu advances, put an earlier token on your space. If there's already a token there, put it in the nearest space that doesn't have one, which would be here. So we have 1 more earlier token here. Summon a cultist to each earlier space. I only have 3 cultists on the board. I can choose where I want to put them. 1, 2, 3. Now, move the star spawn 1 space towards you. If it's not on the board, summon it to the blue gate. That dude's going to go there. I must have forgotten to put the star spawn on the board at some point. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I must have forgotten to put the star spawn on the board at some point because we've advanced 3 times and I only killed it once. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that now. So that's fine. And then finally, when the other one advances, summon a cultist in their space from Unclaimed Tome. We don't have to do that either because again, we have no more cultists to put on the board. What are we doing? We are going with the Elder one and the turn effects. We're gonna revolve them all in order. So this gets reshuffled. Should have done that. So again, there's 6 here. So again, we're averaging 5 a turn. It was 5, 4, 6, which is about average. This goes here. That's done. And then we're gonna do the end of turn effects. And the turn effects, put an earlier token and go through the space. If you can't, put it in the nearest space that doesn't have one. So next time we have to put an earlier token, we would have to lose 2 sanity because of that. We do this. Each investigator loses a sanity. Sure, I will actually accept the loss of that sanity this time because I might want that green token. So I'm going to disregard the Bible. And then that is fine. So back to Ahmed. Ahmed is going to move in here. We have 2 attacks. We get an extra green because of the Browning. So here we go, rolling 5 dice. We're 9 damage away. That is 4 successes. That is 5, 6 successes. I'm not going to re-roll any of that. So we're putting 6 damage on Cthulhu. Again, that was my first action was to move in. My second action, because I could have taken the Marksman, but I thought this was better because, again, that extra green die is huge, as we can see. So that's 6 damage on him. Now I apply the tentacles. That goes up. Kleptomania triggers. So this goes up 2, but I get another green die because of where I am on the track there. So that should be all I need there. And I can move up on something. I'll move up onto the 2nd level of Healing Prayer. My final action, I'm rolling 6 dice. I only need 3 damage. And that is 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 damage to Cthulhu. I will ignore one of the sanity loss to go there. Cthulhu is done for. So a little bit of an asterisk. I know I did something wrong with the star spawn. He should have been a star spawn on the board for sure. But whatever, dude. Like, it is what it is. Elizabeth would have been able to kill it or something. I'm sure, or we could have kept stealthing it. Because honestly, if it was on the board, considering this where I was at with stealth, I don't think it would have been that hard to continue to ignore it. It never moved. We never got the Mythos card that animated it. So the only time it would have moved would have finally right at the end, where it would have come in and it would have been chilling. Because again, the third time Cthulhu advanced, the star spawn would have moved there. So I'm pretty sure that's how that would have played out. But, you know, it's never good to miss a rule. I obviously tried to do it as little as possible. Yeah, move the star spawn. So there's one card that animates a star spawn. There's 2 cards that animate the star spawn. And we never pulled either of them. So, yeah, it's a little bit of, you know, the variety in how each scenario can play out, depending on who the old one is and who what card you draw. But ultimately, that was pretty strong. One of the things I really have liked is seeing how each investigator is, there's enough difference that, really manipulating those 3 skills and seeing how to come together, they all can be very, very strong when you start to learn how to maximize their abilities and use them to your advantage. And we'll see. I don't know how much the sacrificing one investigator strategy will be something I do. But when I was looking at that, it's like, hey, wait, if she dies, we ignore all steps except for maybe checking to see if there's 3 in the discard pile. That really, something you can absolutely use to your advantage. I think it's a lot of these games, like Maid's Night. I think if you have a strategy that's based on never taking wounds, you're probably not playing right. Underfalling Skies, if you have a strategy that's based on never allowing any damage to the city, you have to see these things as resources and things that you can manipulate and work to your favor in allowing you the better chance to ultimately win the game, which is the primary point. But this mini's cool, man. I know there's that giant early A rising one that comes I think that was the 2nd Kickstarter. I'm good with this. I don't got room in this basement for a giant 2-foot Cthulhu. I'm not going to lie, man. It is what it is. But these go away. Hopefully, I didn't get too confusing there at the end. I know there's a lot going on with just text everywhere and the different rules. And I'm still obviously learning this game. This is the closest thing you're going to see to a blind run for me on this channel. I have never played with Elizabeth. I played with Ahmed once, and I've only done this scenario once with a friend in a co-op situation. So, I think this is a game for me that'll be nice just to kind of pull out. Hey, this is my initial impressions. This is what's going on. These are the scenarios. I've only played scenario 3 once. I played scenario 1 a bunch as I was learning, but I think I'll probably get like 1 play of each scenario with a friend who really likes this game, and kind of just film my next go at it. So we're going to be coming back. We got a lot of exciting investigators to check out. I think the next time we'll be doing with Fatima and Ian, and then we got Morgan. I mean, the Rasputin thing, sure. I don't know, man. The way that board games seem enamored with getting Rasputin in their games, and it's not a ton, but it's really. That whatever, great. So we have Rasputin because that's a thing that we're supposed to have, I guess. I don't know. When I'm a designer, I can decide not to do things like that. Oh, they're all from Massachusetts, England. The kid's from Unknown. Sister Beth, yeah, he's from Russia. Indiana, Maine. Oh, the whole backstory is more flavor. Story time with Greg. I mean, these stories are nuts, dude. I mean, the writing I find just really doesn't take itself too seriously. I find it super funny. But it's like, Miss Borden loves killing, murder to be precise. The guilty must be punished for the horrors they inflict on the innocent, and these cultists and their horrific allies will consume the world for their own selfish ends. I mean, and this goes on from there. I mean, it's just totally, totally nuts in a way that's so crazy. It ends with hers is a disturbing form of psychopathy, but one that suits her self-appointed role of executioner perfectly. Oh, it's just nuts. Nuts. Yeah. Crazy. I'll read this on my own time. There's some crazy stuff there, and it's super nuts. But that is it. Scenario 3 is cool. Has some really cool ideas in it, so we're excited to get that on the channel in a month or so, probably 2. I mean, I got a lot going on right now. If you want to see exactly what's coming up in solo playthroughs land, you can check out my Patreon page. As I say, there is a calendar that I put up there. It's just a post with every month, 1 month at a time. I'll give you some insight into what's coming down the pipe so you can make sure that you see everything you want to see. And as always, thanks for watching. Any questions, comments, epiphanies, put them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. And until next time, whenever that is, happy gaming.